Let's get all sorted. I'm James.
And I'm Jeff. Today we're looking at some LEGO themes that spent less time on store shelves than the average dairy product.
As always, if you want to check out links to everything we're talking about today, head over to breakingdads.com.
Breakingdads.com.
Breakingdads.com. What else can you do, Jeff?
You can leave us a comment there on the aforementioned website. Also, you can find me on Twitter. I'm at Still Sorting.
And if you like what you're doing, what you're doing.
No, if you like what you're doing, keep doing it.
Yeah.
If you like what we're doing, what can they do?
They could head over to iTunes and give it a rating, or just let somebody else know about it.
Yeah.
Stay away from this one.
We would appreciate any kind words you pass on to other people.
So hopefully we learn the rest of talking before we continue with this podcast. We're both, I don't know what's happened today.
I don't know if I'd recommend us today. This is pretty impressive.
We're a little overtired. So what is today all about?
Well, today we're looking at some one and done LEGO themes that were on the store, had only sets that were released in one calendar year, and that was it. As we've discussed many times on this podcast, LEGO signed a licensing deal with Lucasfilm in 1999 to produce LEGO Star Wars sets. This proved to be very successful, with over 500 sets released over the last 18 years, and really no end in sight. Now we're looking at the other side of that success spectrum, the LEGO licenses that only had, like I say, one calendar year of set releases. We'll count on the themes based on the number of sets released.
All right.
Okay, so we start back in 2010 with a little theme called Toy Story. I don't know if you're familiar with this one.
I've never heard of this.
Yes.
I would have thought this would have been bigger.
Yeah, I think this is sort of
it's not like the movie was a bomb.
No, the movie did very
surprising.
well. It won 2 Oscars and was actually nominated for Best Picture. Not Best Animated Picture, which it won. It was nominated for Best Picture that year.
Yeah.
So critical success and financial success, and yet only 11 sets.
But then I'm wondering if it was, if you thought, hey, do I want to buy a Toy Story toy that looks like the toy, or do I want to buy the simulation of a Toy Story toy in the form of Lego? Maybe people just went with the Toy Story toy.
Possibly. There were a lot of them.
There was.
That's for sure.
We have a Buzz Lightyear kicking around somewhere.
Yep.
We also had a Woody.
Yep, we for sure had a Woody.
Yeah, so
which was fantastic on Christmas morning when my sons got it, and his grandma's like, oh, he just loves playing with his little Woody. And she just went on and on and on talking about his Woody. And you
were laughing at Double Entendres all
how she likes how he's holding his Woody. And it couldn't, I don't know. My wife and I, we'd been drinking.
It was Christmas.
Yes. Anywho, I think this gives you an idea of the planned obsolescence of these movie licenses, where they're going to release the sets during the marketing blitz, and get people hyped for the films, or have people reenact the films after the fact, but they don't plan on them being around much longer than that.
And I wonder if they give these to, is this a novice design team that gets this project? Is this experienced designers that get this thing? I wonder how they actually allocate these projects to their designers.
That's a good question.
Because sometimes you're just like, man, that's a terrible looking, or other times they really knock it out of the park, and you think, wow, that must have been some really experienced designers who they had ideas that they wanted to explore and not just do service to the brand.
I don't know. I mean, that's a good question. To me, this Toy Story line was a pretty well put together theme. They give you all the key characters from the movies and a lot of the key scenes from Toy Story 3 and some of the other movies in 11 sets, and hitting all the price points they like to hit. So it wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
Some people, I think, were put off by the fact that Toy Story used the molded heads instead of making them look like Lego figures that were sort of Lego-fying them.
Yeah.
They tried to make the Lego look more like the toy instead of making the toy look like the Lego.
In which case, why not just buy the toy?
I suppose, yeah. And maybe that's one of the reasons the set line seemed to fizzle overall. I don't know about other people's experience, but I saw these sets still being cleared out at great prices. Even last year, I walked into Toys R Us, and they had some Toy Story Lego sets they were clearing out.
I like your favorite in that, the the Western Train Chase set 7597. That's a nice looking set.
Yeah, it's a cute little classic steam train, and you get Woody, Buzz, Jesse, Bullseye, Ham, and Rex. So a pretty good representation of the cast.
And it does look very representative, but almost a little too, those minifigures didn't work.
It's a weird, like a Lego version of
it doesn't look like
Uncanny
Lego
Valley
almost.
type.
It's bizarre.
Yeah, but it is.
But it is.
But it doesn't.
Yeah.
But it is. But it doesn't.
I wonder how much they learned from that. Whether in terms of Legofying the theme.
I don't know. Because when we did our Lego Noses episode, we look at when they tried to make SpongeBob into Lego form. It didn't work for a lot of them.
Yeah.
Like Patrick doesn't look right, even though he has a molded head, because it doesn't have a starfishy body.
Yeah.
And Squidward with his nose painted on the minifigure head, it looks really weird.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So Lego does a very good job making regular humans look like regular humans.
Yeah.
I don't know if I think they had to do the molded heads. I'm sure they looked at what it would look like otherwise, and it looked off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that must be the case.
Yeah, that's my guess on it. But yeah, that's Toy Story. If you bought them in 2010 at full price, good on you. And if you bought them in 2011 and beyond at lesser prices, even better.
So this is not going to be part of the Lego investment story.
No, sadly, with Lego doing what Lego's done, pretty well all the sets, because I looked at them and I remembered what I saw them for in clearance last year, and I didn't buy them, and now I look on Bricklink and I see what they have sold for, and it's depressing.
Yeah.
It's very depressing.
Why Lego's not a commodity.
Yeah, I know they're not a publicly traded company, but it would be nice if you could, list them like gold. That'd be fun.
So what's the next one?
Okay, so from there we move to Pirates of the Caribbean from 2011. Now we talked about this all the way back on our Lego Pirates episode, and that was fun. Basically, we got 10 sets. They were released around the launch of Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, the fourth Pirates of the Caribbean movie. And at the time, we remarked how ridiculous it is to have a movie tie-in for the fourth movie in a franchise. That being said, they recently released a line around a seventh movie in a franchise, and I feel like it's done okay.
Yeah. Well, I guess they're mopping up everyone who was fans of the entire thing.
Yeah, and they had sets based on things that happened.
I guess they have to brand it based on the latest release, but really they're just trying to capture the whole market.
Exactly, as Disney spent millions and millions of dollars advertising this. Now, it did make $240 million in the U.S., which is, I think, one of the better takes of all the movies on our list here. Yeah, it cost $250 million to make.
Whoa.
But you add in the worldwide gross, and I think they did okay. I mean, they must have done well enough, as there's a fifth movie due out in 2017. Exactly. And then another one in pre-production. Because I, for one, want some more Captain Jack. Can't even say it.
No.
I'm pretty well done.
I saw the first movie.
Yes, the first movie was great, and then they made some more.
Yeah.
Now, for the most part, Lego treated this as they do their non-licensed pirate themes, with the same basic assortments of play sets and tall ships.
I like this is one where they only did 10 sets, but there's a number of the sets I actually really like out of this.
They did well.
The ships are nice.
The ships are beautiful, if a little small, like we said on the Pirates episode, but they're gorgeous.
They are.
They're definitely very nice shelf candy there. To me, the one set I liked is the set number 4193, the London Escape. And this gives you 2 nice stagecoaches and horses and a pub. And it simulates Jack Sparrow's escape from the pub. I honestly have no recollection of the scene. I've seen the movie, no recollection of the scene at all. But I think that I kind of only half watched the movie when I watched it.
It's a gorgeous stagecoach, though.
It's a beautiful little. This is the
really
smaller
like
2 stagecoaches in this one, and they're nice. They're quite good little builds. And overall, there haven't been a lot of Lego pubs made.
Right.
So it's nice to see a pub in Lego form. This one's called The Captain's Daughter, which is, I think, a fun one to explain to your children.
Yeah. No. So they just went for it. They're like, you know what? If we're gonna be socially irresponsible on this set, we're gonna make a pub. There's gonna be guns.
Yes.
There's just gonna be everything. Everything's coming out. Pull out the stops. Let's go for it.
Yes. I think this would be the set that if you're upset that they didn't make the Firefly set that was on Lego Ideas a long while ago now, and you're like, come on, they make more mature themes. I think the set that includes a pub called the Captain's Daughter and Captain Jack Sparrow and a bunch of guns is a good example.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. Overall, this theme is a bit of a love-hate relationship from LEGO fans. Some people love the fact that we got some more pirate sets with a different aesthetic, while others hated the fact that we got pirate sets that cost more and don't quite fit next to the regular pirate sets. I'm doubtful we'll see any more Pirates of the Caribbean sets with the new movies, but then again, LEGO and Disney have been working together a lot in recent years. So
I guess it depends how much money's on the table.
How much the license cost, yeah, and if they're doing their own Pirates theme again, I don't know.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Somebody will be happy and somebody will be mad either way.
Yeah.
That's all I know for sure. Okay, next up in our lineup is Jurassic World. I don't know if you've heard of this movie.
No.
It's not...
no. Small. Independent release.
Yeah, a tiny little indie film that went on... went on to be, at the time, the third highest grossing film of all time, earning almost $1.7 billion at the box office.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
And you just in terms of how big it is, I actually still haven't seen it. I've seen nothing.
I don't know.
Since I had children, I literally just...
Since you had children.
I stopped seeing movies.
Right, because you were like full up on pop culture before that moment?
I was. And then just for the interest, not always enjoyment, but out of interest. And now I've seen nothing. Like you could... Yep, nope.
Is it on Netflix is, I guess, the question you ask. And then you're like, I probably won't watch.
Yeah, there's things on my queue that'll be there till they disappear again.
Good times.
Anyway, so was it a good movie, Jeff?
It was a good movie. Was it groundbreaking in any way, shape, or form? No.
Did it need Dino Lego coming out?
Well, first off, you always need Dino Lego.
That's just true.
So I'm okay with that. That being said, we've talked about this before in our Lego Dino podcast. They released 6 sets. It's not my favorite line.
Yeah.
It must have done very well because they couldn't keep it in stock at the stores I buy Lego at. It was on the shelf and it was gone. So good, it sold well.
Yeah, the dinosaurs are cool.
And that's the thing. The dinosaurs in the sets were awesome. Phenomenal dinosaurs. And then they also gave you some sort of a vehicle.
Kids like dinosaurs.
With it. I can't even pick a standout in the set.
No, not really.
I do still need to get an Owen minifigure from it just to complete my Chris Pratt collection. So I'll probably go Dimensions way. Then at least I get some play out of it.
Exactly.
That's Jurassic World. Movie did very well. Sets did very well.
And now some more Johnny Depp.
Yes, because we don't have enough weird character Johnny Depp.
Maybe that's what we Lego Johnny Depp.
That's it.
There's a whole episode.
Oh, I think that they're definitely going to do the that'd be great and terrible if they did the Alice in Wonderland sequel, if they licensed that. And we got another weird Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter. And they should have molded giant heads in this one. Anyway, this is The Lone Ranger, though. This is the movie we're talking about. Released 2013. This is another Disney movie that just bombed, earning $89 million in the U.S. with a budget of $215 million. So,
ouch.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Pretty close there. 6 sets again, which seems to be the standard release for these one-and-dones. I think this was a good Western theme tied to a bad movie.
Yeah.
I mean, they give us all the sets you need. You get a stagecoach, you get a bank, a mine, a train. I mean, I don't know what else do you want from a Western theme. My favorite is set 79108, Stagecoach Escape.
Oh, this is the stage.
This is the stage. Yeah, I can tell. I know you're getting so excited.
Whatever.
I'm like, no, these are okay stagecoach. This is the great stagecoach. Yes. There's a lot going on here. I mean, you get 3 horses and a $30 set. To give you an idea how little horses they've been giving out in recent years, the $100 King's Castle set that was released the same year, you only got 1 horse. So here, $30, 3 horses, beautiful stagecoach, complete with a strong box to either rob or protect, depending on your mood that day. I don't know. I'd love to see Lego go back to the Old West, but I don't know it'll happen out in a long time after this.
Yeah.
Less than successful.
Yeah, there was that's Stagecoach that's
gorgeous. Yeah,
that blew me away.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah.
And we just talked about Lego and race, and I don't know if I need a minifigure of a white guy.
We don't even need to go there.
Okay.
No.
Let's move on from it.
Other than a few nice sets, offensive in every way.
Next up is a non-offensive set from 2010. It's Ben 10, which I know that you're completely unfamiliar with this property because your child's just a little bit younger.
Yes.
My kid in 2010 was heavy into Ben 10, and I definitely would have bought some sets for him off of this, but I never saw it in stores at all.
No, this
which
did
is weird.
not trigger anything for me.
Yeah. So it's based on the long-running cartoon series on Cartoon Network, which, when I say long-running, it lasted 10 years spread over 4 different series. So from 2005 to 2014, Cartoon Network had some sort of Ben 10 on. And it's about a boy that could change into different aliens temporarily to protect the Earth from alien threats. Right? That sounds fun.
That sounds fun, yeah.
It's the only construction series on the list. So these are all constructions, as Lego likes to call them internally. So buildable action figures. And the 6 sets each built a different alien. My favorite from the show and the line is set number 8409, Spider Monkey.
These are fun.
Yeah.
I am not a huge fan of the construction type thingos, but these ones actually look pretty cute. Like they're
nice. They're colorful. They definitely they've got some nice designs. And I mean, if you've got a 4-armed, 4-eyed monkey,
what's not to like?
Exactly. That's fun.
That's
in
a
my
no-brainer.
book. Yeah. So yeah, it happened. It was very short. I'm surprised. I think retailers didn't know where to put it. Is it an action figure? Is it Lego? I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up is, I think, the weirdest license on this list. In 2003, Lego put out a set of licensed sets from Discovery Channel.
And yet I wish they would do more of these.
Well, this is weird because this is a 2000. Like when you hear Discovery Channel nowadays, people are like, "Lego and Discovery Channel,
all
really?
Sharks? Don't they have enough shark sets?"
But no, this was back when Discovery Channel was about science for the most part.
Way back in the 1400s.
Yes,
when
before there was color.
Yeah.
And each set is about space exploration, from the Discovery Shuttle to the International Space Station, all done in various scales with the goal of making everything look realistic. So they're cool.
They are cool.
Real space exploration sets.
Yeah, there's nothing too overly glamorous about them.
No.
But they're really cute. Like I totally would have bought these.
Yes. And you still can for outrageous markups on the secondary market. There's only one set that actually included any minifigures, and it was set 10029 Lunar Lander, which gave you the lunar lander that landed on the moon, the actual moon, and an American flag, because you need that, and 2 astronauts.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's fantastic. You can, if you wanted to, you can now recreate one of the crowning achievements of human history, which is nice.
You could do that.
Yeah.
Or
if you're a conspiracy nut... You could add a nice little Lego cameraman in front of them and recreate one of the crowning achievements of human propaganda.
Gentlemen, pull the strings, make it look like he's bouncing.
Yes.
Oh, terrible. Yeah, no, it's.
Would you need a little Lego Stanley Kubrick?
You would absolutely
to film
set
that
off. And then you could use that in your other sets. Your 2001 set. Your Clockwork Orange set. No, it's just wrong. So we're not going to see that, I'm guessing, the Stanley Kubrick line from Lego.
No. The other thing that I wish we'd see that we're not going to see is I wish Lego would get the Discovery Channel license back. As I'd love to see official Lego sets for Mythbusters.
That would be awesome.
Like, think of the play features you'd get in a Mythbusters set.
People
a little mini Buster.
Would buy that in a snap.
I would buy as many as there were in my store.
Now
for sure.
They don't have all the other people, though. It might be less exciting.
Yeah, but they could go back in time. They could give us a little minifig Tory, and he can get injured. It'll be fun. How about Lego Shark Week?
Yeah.
And, they don't even need to make any new molds. They got all those sharks.
Done.
Yeah. Lego Naked and Afraid.
I think those would be, that wouldn't make it past the filter
What?
at Lego.
Okay, but I'm upset because why is the classic Lego Spaceman the only yellow on yellow minifigure allowed? Huh?
That's true.
I want a nice Naked and Afraid. Now your child can try to survive with nothing. I can't even. It's ridiculous. How about Lego Deadliest Catch?
Yeah.
Lego knows how to make great boats, so I think
There
that
you
would
go.
a nice crab fishing boat would be phenomenal.
Do some catfish noodling.
Yeah. Or, maybe if they want to be economical, they could come out with a line of Lego Moonshiners, right? They can just reuse the Swamp Police sets and put it in new packaging. Boom, done.
Bam.
Yeah.
Thank you. Or you're welcome, Lego.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jeff. That's
Yeah, I try to help the Lego community
Yeah.
as much as I can.
it is surprising though that they don't. Again, maybe it's a money issue, or they're just worried that it's too niche. That it would be like, oh, that's only going to the North American market, or I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. They definitely care
There's
about
so many cool themes you could do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but probably not from Lego Discovery Channel.
but I would also take more space from Discovery Channel.
Just in general,
in
when you-
general,
Yes.
and in Lego form. That would be great.
Yes. As soon as they figure out how to film a reality show on the International Space Station. Yes.
Oh,
We're giving 3 people from different walks of life.
and only one box of Tang.
Real world, International Space Station. Good times. I think we should move on because...
Well, it's almost as absurd and exciting as the next one up.
Well, the next one's a bit controversial, and I'm not sure if I should have included it.
Uh-oh.
It's Lego Scooby-Doo.
Because is it dead?
Well, that's the question, because
Yeah.
it's a relatively new theme, and there could very well be new sets in the pipeline, but here we are. We're already into 2016, and I haven't seen any rumors about new sets.
I guess you just had it in Dimensions, though.
Yeah, but that was also released in 2015.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll see some. I'd love to see the other characters
Do
in
any of
Dimensions.
the other upcoming waves contain Scooby-Doo stuff?
There are rumors,
Hmm.
but nothing official yet. Overall, though, if this is the end of the line, it'll go down as one of the better one-and-done themes. They gave us 5 sets. They covered all the basic Scooby-Doo needs, supposedly haunted locations, just waiting for some meddling kids to come and find out who's trying to scare everyone away. Check, they give us that.
Yeah.
You get a museum, a spooky forest, if you can call one tree a forest, a lighthouse,
I like the lighthouse.
and, of course, a creepy mansion.
Yeah. No, they're all good.
Yeah, but wait, how are the meddling kids going to get to the scenes of these crimes? Don't worry. Somehow these kids that never seem to accept money for their crime fighting have access to a motorcycle, a boat, a biplane, and an iconic van.
These are the guys that actually helped El Chapo get out.
Yes.
This
Must
is
be. Some kind of... That's where all their financing came from.
Independent business people is what we'll call them.
Well, because they have to have some money, because not only do they have all those vehicles, they all have custom paint jobs, right? Like, that's not a standard color scheme.
I'm going to guess
blue
not.
and green.
That's not coming off the lot.
No.
No one else will buy it. They're like, we'll take the green one.
Which, by the way, Ford, I think now is the time to release that color scheme. I
Oh.
think that would be... I would buy that. I don't know. Again, if this truly is one and done, I think it'll be because the designers couldn't come up with any more Scooby vehicles.
I don't know.
You know,
It's gotta be.
maybe a helicopter.
Yeah.
Or a train. They do like
They
to
need
do the
a mystery
trains.
train.
A mystery train.
Yeah.
You were just saying that your children have recently watched a Scooby-Doo movie.
That had some train.
Yeah. Was it a spooky train?
It was. It wasn't like a Scooby train. It was like just.
Was
a
the train haunted, or did they take the train to the haunted
They
place?
took the train to East Central Europe.
East Central Europe.
That's some undisclosed location. I don't know.
Yes, an unnamed country, as to not offend.
There's lots of cool things
Yeah.
they could do with this, though. And they all told they're nice looking sets.
I thought the line overall was fantastic.
I mean,
Fun
I'm not
builds.
a huge Scooby-Doo fan.
No, but the things
still
you
fun.
remember from your youth were in the line, right? A great example is the set 75901 Mystery Plane Adventures. Now, there are some people that hate this set because they're like, it's $30 and you don't get a lot of pieces and the build's not super exciting. But I love the fact that you get an evil, pumpkin-headed, headless horseman that you're able to unmask and reveal who is behind this evil plot.
That's cool.
To scare someone away from somewhere. We don't really know where in this particular case. And you get Scooby-Doo with printed flight goggles because, he's got a pilot the plane, as dogs do. You get a scared face Shaggy, which is one of the things missing. I think the Mystery Machine one, he's got more of a grumpy face or something. But in my mind, Scooby-Doo and Shaggy, they're either willfully, ignorantly happy, or they're scared out of their minds. Yep. Like those are the two zones they exist in, and everything else
in a hunger frenzy.
But they get scared about how hungry they are.
No, I can't. It sounds like a horse if I try to do a Shaggy.
Was it Mr. Ed?
I was gonna try. Yeah,
that was Shaggy. That was not Scooby. No. You were doing there.
I was about to start, and I was like, "Nope, wrong tone." That's
really
not
you
work.
Don't say
no.
When you started with a neigh. That's.
Hello, Jeff. No, obviously that was a horse. What do we do horses though?
Don't we have a no impression rule for our podcast because of hearing ourselves in real life?
I didn't see animals in the subclause.
I don't know. You also get. I'm just going to move on and pretend that never happened.
Absolutely.
Away from my mind. You also get 2 hamburgers that launch from the Mystery Incorporated biplane, which is again piloted by a dog.
Yeah.
And because I think, hey, if you're going after a headless horseman and you have an airplane and you're afraid of it, you should definitely turn back and throw hamburgers at it, because that seems like a really effective crime fighting tool. Yeah. I don't know. I love it. Yeah. I thought it was fantastic. I hope it's not one and done, but only time's going to tell on this one. Next up is one that time did tell. Yeah. It told us that maybe we should go back in time and not have done this.
Stop, never do it again.
And that's the Prince of Persia theme from 2010. 5 sets based on another Disney bomb with only $90 million in U.S. box office on a $200 million budget. So, Disney, how are you still in business? Oh, everything. Right. Everything else. Overall, I don't know. This, to me, is a terrible theme from a terrible movie. Except I can't help liking it because of all the animals it gave us.
Yeah.
It has must-have animals in 3 of the 5 sets they released. So you get camels in a couple of sets, and you get the ostriches, which is my favorite and the only one I actually own. Set 7570, The Ostrich Race. Now, I'm going to be real here. Even if it didn't say Prince of Persia, if they just had a set called The Ostrich Race,
you'd be buying that.
And it had people riding ostriches.
Ostriches.
Hey, that was a.
That's all I got to say.
That's almost Scooby. That was pretty good. If you've got ostriches and you've got a race and it's made out of Lego, I say give it to me. Give it to me now. And the great thing about this one is if you missed out on it, this is the one example of why Lego investing in everything is not a good idea. The set was only $20 when it first came out. And now you can buy it for $15 or less. So that's good. I mean, I get 2 ostriches, 1 box. I don't know. The rest of the set is pretty meh. I think would be the review I'd give it. Just maybe a shrug, a half shrug. I don't know why I'd invest the energy in doing a full shrug. Yeah,
you forget what you're shrugging about on the way up.
I didn't even bother building it actually before I parted it out. So it's got stuff.
I'd like to see more. I like the Middle East architecture. I looked at it and was like, I like what they were trying to do.
Yes.
It's not great. Hopefully they'll need to recoup the money on the molds and actually make some more interesting Middle East stuff down the road.
That would be nice, just for more flavor in the architecture of the buildings.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know. To me, it's odd that Lego even thought that this was going to be a good idea.
They signed and then went, oh, no.
Yeah. Because you know what? Right before this movie came out, I remember thinking, that Jake Gyllenhaal, I think he needs to be an action star.
Hopefully Lego just had it written in there like, Disney, if this bombs, you're going to pay for the molds.
No, I doubt that.
I doubt that happened.
Highly.
No. But they got ostriches now.
Ostriches and camels. Yay.
Internally, I'm sure that's all it was about. They're like, we got ostriches.
So you might have noticed a theme with a lot of these is they work with Disney. Right. But they tend to be on movies that haven't done well. Well, now we're going to look at working with Disney on what really should be the easiest success story they've got.
So the flagship.
Yeah. In 2000, they released a Mickey Mouse theme. I mean,
so that they go big. There's the whole. They went with the big exciting themes and huge builds and lots of figures. Did I see Bluto?
No, they didn't do that. No, they released 5 sets. And I think they really missed the mark on this one. It's
retro. If retro is the 1940s.
See, I guess to me it looks like the spiritual successor for the Lego Fabuland line.
It does.
And by spiritual successor, I mean they reused a lot of the molds. The minifigures themselves had legs that didn't move independently, like Fabuland. They had giant, oversized animal heads, like Fabuland. All the sets were really simply constructed with a lot of big, chunky pieces. And even some of the parts, like we talked about in the animal episode, the bird in a cage came directly from the Fabuland line, which is weird.
I wonder if this was like the swan song of the Fabuland designer as he was leaving Lego.
Or did they find like crates of parts in the warehouse and they're like, oh, here, try to make something out of this. I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, like on paper, it sounds like kind of like an interesting take on it, but what?
I don't know. The sets look jumbled and confusing. I mean, really, it's shocking to me that this didn't become an evergreen line. But then you look at those sets and it becomes very clear.
Yeah.
They're really just too old school for 21st century child.
They are
looking for it. I don't know. And really, we'll look at one set, and please go to the website now and take a look at this picture, because I need someone to explain to me what's happening in this set. It's set 4178, Mickey's Fishing Adventure. Sounds like a great idea. Mickey Fishing Adventure. I like all of those things. Put them together. Beautiful.
As filmed by Fabuland.
Yes. So in this set, Mickey appears to be fishing from the top of his garage, which is also a boat.
Yeah, no, makes sense. Totally.
Because he's got a wheel on the top.
Absolutely.
For sure. And then
Stop questioning reality, Jeff.
And then you got Minnie, who's packed her bag, I'm guessing to leave Mickey because he's clearly lost his mind, what with piloting his garage around.
Yeah.
However, it appears she can't leave as she's trapped by the front door, which is also surrounded by water. So I guess
she was never in a room to begin with.
No, the door doesn't lead anywhere, just to the open ocean.
Just waiting at the door, and then finally opened it into.
I don't know. I guess so. So I guess the door is part of this garage boat.
It's very metaphysical,
and it doesn't seem to be any form of propulsion. No. So I guess they're just drifting out to sea. A couple of mice on a floating garage/front door.
I think this is all part of Mickey's unconscious mind. This is like some Fabuland inspired nightmare, Lynchian dream pulled out of Mickey's brain, and this is what he's just got fears of abandonment.
Right. They wanted to do a Twin Peaks license, but they just went overly meta on it.
I don't know. Yeah, it's bonkers. And Fabuland makes a lot more sense than this does.
Yes.
Like if I wanted to get crazy and get some Fabuland style, I just go get Fabuland. This is weird.
It really is weird.
And it doesn't look great.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And that's how you end up with 1 year of Mickey sets instead of 20.
And a lot of people who are really into Mickey, and I'm not a Mickey fanatic. I imagine Mickey fanatics must have been like, what?
Well, and that's the other thing. They had Mickey, they had Minnie, they had the dog. Pluto? Is that the dog?
I don't know. Maybe. Sure.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. They had all that, but they didn't have Donald Duck. Right? They didn't have, the Huey, Dewey, Louie.
Right.
Or any other
Scrooge.
Supporting characters, which is weird, because I think if they were to do the line today, they would make sure they have all these characters. I mean, they're going to be releasing a series of collectible minifigures of Disney. I'm pretty sure they won't look like these ones.
I would want to see Scrooge McDuck in his swimming pool of bricks.
Yes.
There's all kinds of stuff.
That would be fun. I did see that at BrickCon.
Oh, did you?
Yes. So that's nice. It actually looked really nice. Anyway, as we move along, now we come to the theme that I think defines the one and done concept more than any other theme. This is Avatar: The Last Airbender from 2006.
So tell me about the 6 sets it got.
Well, that would be beautiful, except they released 2 sets. It's the smallest theme Lego has ever produced. Apparently, it was launched at the same time as the SpongeBob SquarePants theme, and Lego wanted to see which sets sold best before committing to either one. SpongeBob won.
Weird.
Yes. Weird that the SpongeBob would win over a cartoon that had 1 year left after this.
Yeah, I don't know who, like, if this was Nickelodeon's push or Lego's decision or who.
Or did they sign a general Nickelodeon license and that's how we got, I don't know.
No idea.
We won't be privy. The lawyers know for sure. But either way, they felt obligated or wanted to, either one of those, to produce these two sets. I think we have time to look at the whole line if you want to.
Sure, let's dig in.
Sure.
So what's the first set?
So first is 3228 Air Temple. And it's not bad. You get 400 pieces for $30. So there's value there. And it gives you apparently, according to reviews I've read online, a cartoon show accurate model of Aang's Air Temple. And you get a flying lemur.
And it's also accurately very underwhelming. Let's move on to the next set.
Sure, okay. Next one is, let's see if you can keep this product number straight, 3829.
Okay, let me write that down.
Yeah. This is the Fire Nation ship. Again, value point, you get 722 pieces for $50.
Not bad.
And I guess this set asks the question, do you wish Lego made modern military boats? Because
there we go.
So do a lot of people who have bought this set once they found it on clearance, just to convert it into a big modern gray warship.
Yeah,
you get a lot of
it
gray.
Basically looks like that.
Yeah,
it's ugly, but in the way that a modern military
it's
warship.
Industrial, for sure.
That's the good word.
And that's true to life, I guess, to the Fire Army people that had the Fire Nation ship with fire, because you wouldn't want like a wood ship.
No,
if you're the Fire Nation, that doesn't sound
that's
like your
true.
Insurance costs would be huge.
Yeah, that's bloop.
Yeah,
that's that set, that series. That's wild. That was very quick.
Yeah. Now there is one other license that Lego did as a one and done, which is not on here because I wanted to surprise you with some trivia.
Oh, exciting!
So, what is the first license Lego ever picked up?
Oh goodness! So would it be something in the 80s? I'm gonna bet. It seems like tie-overs or crossovers were late 80s, early 90s. Oh, I don't know, Jeff. I'm drawing blanks here.
Yes, you're thinking it was Moonlighting, right? With
What?
no, it wasn't. No.
Bruce
I was trying to go with an 80s theme for you.
Moonlighting. It was Night Court.
Yes. No, the first ever Lego license was with Disney, of course, their friend and partner. And when they made wooden toys, they made a Pluto pull-along doggy.
Wow.
Yeah. So that is the very first license, and that was also a one and done back in year unknown.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's pretty impressive.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting. That is a very long relationship.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. When you're first signing agreements between the man who started Lego and the man who started Disney.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I'm wondering, was there a lot of other stuff that they did over the years?
That's all I could find with the wooden toys.
It would have been interesting
licensing
to do a whole
itself, it wouldn't
look at that. But it's too bad there's not more there.
Yes, and year unknown, because people didn't think to keep records of these things.
No.
Which is kind of annoying in the internet age. So there you have it. Lego has done their best to cash in on what they thought was going to be the hot properties for a short period of time. Sometimes it worked, like Jurassic World. Sometimes it didn't. Prince of Persia, The Lone Ranger. I guess the question is, do you like Lego rushing out to make new licensed sets every year, or would you rather they focus on the evergreen themes and their own properties? Let us know. Leave a comment again on the website or hit me up on Twitter. I'm @StillSorting.
Also, if you're enjoying the podcast, please spread the word. We appreciate everybody that's been helping bring new listeners. We see it every month. Lots of new people getting on and rifling through the backlog and enduring our voices for hours on end.
Yes. We appreciate that, though we don't understand.
No. Neither do our wives or children.
Yes.
Until next time, I've been James.
And I'm still Jeff.